This would be way better if I had a way to have some interaction with the chat stream, but what are you gonna do?
Drawing name numbers 26, number 26 out of 55. Once again, if you see your name up on the screen, don't need to check in at $55 in free slot play. You'll automatically get off your card at the completion of the drawing. Make sure you use that today before midnight or a smile. Once again, 55 $55.
Yeah, can I get a water and a sugar-free Red Bull? Yep. Great, thank you. I need some value hands. I want to get some aces.
Ice water.
What are you doing?
I don't know how I got to this, but I bet the flop, and then I bet the turn, and I river now.
Obviously. Why'd you bet so? Oh, I see. I misread your hand. I thought you had 8-4.
8-4?
8-4.
No.
I thought you had 2 pair.
I had 4.
Wow. I just totally misread your hand. I would still probably bet though.
Yeah.
Like, those spots are interesting because like once you get there, it's like, well now we can't have a set. Oh God, check. 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 Oh, he just tripled off in a 3-bet pot. God damn, I think on this board it's hard to bluff though. I'm just gonna fold. I'm just gonna let it go. Yeah, thank you very much. Here, 1 second. Shit. Great, thank you.
Thank you, and here's your water.
Thanks. We're having a rough session over here. Well, I mean, I am. I 4-bet queens and it flatted 6-5 suited.
Can't win them all.
Yeah, apparently.
I was watching earlier and that aces versus ace king or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't go well for Chief, so.
Yeah.
You got it all in on the flop, but.
What was the flop?
Okay, so Claudico flatted a 5-bet. So the flop was 10 high or whatever, and she jammed it.
Yeah, I see.
But it was like you had 92.7% equity. Or no, sorry, the bot had 92.7% equity. In your situation, at 93 and Chief, so.
Yeah.
Same thing. You had a backdoor flush possibility, but you don't get to gamble.
Yeah, that one would not go well for him. If he flats a 4-bet with 6-5 suited, he will flop the nizzles versus an overpair though.
Yeah.
But actually, a lot of what I lost here was just like running bluffs. So.
Where's the
Tuomas is coming in later, and I bet no one went upstairs or something. Oh, it's getting thinner there. What's up?
I was just saying
Gotcha. How was Bjorn doing?
I haven't checked in a while. I keep that.
Alright, yeah, let's like get an update from whatever ago. I'm down, man. He's win today. You can't win every session. We try, but we can't always win. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. How are your days off?
They were nice.
Nice.
Just kind of messed around, lived a little bit.
It's good.
It's
Good.
30 minutes ago, Jason was up 13K.
Nice. I mean, that's at least something.
Jordan is down 6K.
Okay. So really, I'm the only one that's just sucking.
That was 100 hands ago.
Yeah.
Right now, Jordan's up about 33,000. Almost just a tick.
Gotcha.
We had to lay down a couple of real big bluffs.
Who did?
Jason did.
He ran some bluffs?
Well, he had to lay down a couple of big hands because
Oh.
the machine ran some bluffs.
Oh, I see.
He did. He got the hands written out for you to look at.
Gotcha.
He had like king 4, the king on the flop, and the well, machine goes all in on the river. Very next hand almost was a king queen. He had king on the flop. He ended up laying both hands down.
That's tough.
I think he had a flush draw. There was a flush draw out there. There was a straight draw.
Yeah. It's tough. Some tough spots.
I want to think yes, but I'm still in the position that I don't think about it. Yeah, but I think it does mean something.
What just means something?
I think because makes sense to get a lot more complicated in like sizes, but there was this one thing that power took down the river. Pull that power took down the river, it takes forever. Like I went there, come back, saw it, and I was there. I was gonna leave the match, but I got a little bit.
And what did it have?
I bet on the larger side. Like, I had a hunch that it was, like, close or something, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna bet big.
Were you bluffing?
I don't remember.
Awesome.
Did you read the Super Secret thread before the match?
No, I didn't.
I don't know. Yes, so, should I say it with someone mentioned it behind him, but I don't know if it's meaningful or not.
Yeah, sure, I'll turn it off. All right, so we're about to go all in with a pretty good hand. I'm probably not beat. I think it's fair to say I'm not beat, but I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. This is thin. You know how I roll, Tong. All right, now I have a pen and paper as well for if I want to write stuff down. I'm actually good at the moment. Good, thank you.
I kind of like it though, because like when I wanted to find the rooms here, because like I say variants, but sometimes you get it all in a certain spot and you can get a good decision, you know, and you feel like you got to enjoy it. So like in terms of like results, it might be better, but you know, overall it doesn't experience. Yeah. And so like, I'm a little bit torn because you know, sometimes you want to get all in different spots and you can afford that. However, there's a lot of hands that like hands that play out the same no matter what. And these situations like that, it's a 5-bet one. It's going to get all in. Maybe hits it somewhere like you could do there. Yeah, there are ways to do it that start getting complicated. There are things that I'm curious about. I mean, I've never done this. Do you ever like back in the day, I don't know, it was $50, I think of you, where you people stop using it because it doesn't really make that much sense, but it's basically every time a bet is made, you know, throughout the hand, like so every single bet, you know, you look at the equity at look at the line or whatever, but you know, when you have walking and stuff like that, it's bad when
see. What hand is Dong on?
370.
370? Oh wow, I thought I was getting kind of behind. Just go all in. Alright, I'm just gonna bet pot, I guess. Alright. That was a good point. That was a good point. Yeah, that's true. Alright, sorry guys, I'm taking some notes today. I got my notepad, and I guess I'm probably going to be playing hands a little bit slower in general and just trying to like figure some stuff out. I just want to play good. That's really all that there is to this. The bot is taking a lot longer today. Yeah, I mean, it's been tanking a lot in the river versus me. Oh, hit a gut shot. Hit a gut shot. I know, it isn't available to edit yet. Hold on, there you go. It like doesn't give me the option, like I can't put the cast back up instantly. Once it starts shutting down, it like freezes it for like 20 seconds. So when it goes down, I can't put it right back up immediately. All right. A flush is possible, but like given that it's a backdoor flush and it went bet check call, I feel like I would say his range has like, I don't know, like, I mean, 5% flushes, maybe even less. I guess it depends on the way he's playing some of his hands, but yeah, we're going R in. It's all right. I'm still cool with that. Oh, nice, nice. This is good. Oh, I let it go. Damn it. All right, Dong, we're on a little bit of a comeback, man. What's up? Down 37. I was down like mid 50s.
The real question is, do you think Sheet is up?
I don't know.
In the last 30 minutes, how much would it change?
I don't know. That's a good question. Where was he at 30 minutes ago?
Break even?
Ah, okay. Give this up.
No break today?
Yeah, no break. 1 second. Let me try my mic. What? You fly to 4-bet? Oh, you don't 5-bet that? It's also getting in 8s. It's also getting in 8s. And it'll flat you with just like whatever.
Anyway, now that we're here.
What are aces?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Tough spot. What? It would definitely 4-bet 10s. What are you talking about? We've seen 8s. Yeah, that's 3-5, I guess, but dude, stop thinking like this. So what was it? Flop went check check. Turn went check bet call. Rivers check jam. Oh god.
What are you doing over here?
Dude, this is like the same spot as earlier. You're in like the same spot. It's like he goes all in and it's a 1 to a straight and you have a set. Every hand I come over, you just have a set and there's a 1 card to a straight. This is a much scarier spot though. It did run it on me in a 4-bet pot when I had aces on a 1 to a straight. It was queen, jack, 10, 9, I had aces, and it bet queen, ace, queen small on the turn, exactly like this, and then jammed the river. All right, good luck.
Straight.
Here you had it. But you should have just gotten this all in pre.
One card's in straight.
Yeah, I mean, tough spot.
I don't know.
That spot, I feel like it's gonna have it way more.
Guys, back for a bit to answer one more question that I thought was cool in the Twitch chat. A couple of people were asking about why we're doing 200 big blinds. It sounds like online 100 is more standard. There's a couple of reasons for this. I mean, the main reason is the annual computer poker competition is in the 200 big blind format like we're doing right now. But the more interesting reason, which is the reason why the ACPC is in that format, is because 200 big blinds is a lot harder for computers than 100. As a general rule, the larger the game, the harder it is for the computer compared to the human. So, you know, like checkers, for example, is really, really easy for computers. In fact, they've actually solved the game, so you can't beat a computer at checkers today. Whereas chess is much harder, and Go, which is an even bigger game, is that much more harder for a computer to beat a human. You sort of see the same thing in imperfect information games like poker. So limit hold'em, which is really small game, computers are basically unstoppable at that. Whereas in no limit, it's still a close call. Now, if we were to play like 25 big blinds, wait, do you want to take a second to think about this? Looks like a tough call.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do. I kind of want to just call. But it's a tough spot.
You think the computer's bluffing?
I don't know. I'm gonna lay it down. Show a little discipline.
All right. So if we were to do like 25 big blinds, I think the computers would be totally unstoppable. And if we were to even go down to like 100, you know, the computers would have a larger edge compared to 200. So we really wanted to make this competition as difficult as possible for the computers to make it clear that if we win, you know, computers are objectively better at no limit hold'em compared to humans. And 200 big blinds is really as tough as you can make it for the computer. The other question was, why are we like always resetting the chip stacks? Part of that is it just makes it easier to analyze, and it's like, you know, from a research perspective, it's just much neater. The other reason is that even if we were to have the chip stacks change during the competition, it wouldn't be that much harder for the computer. You just make like 20 different bots with 20 different chip stacks, and you know, just run whichever one the chip stacks currently are. So you know, we've been pretty happy with this, and I think from a poker perspective and from a research perspective, this is just as good.
I think what I like about the fact that the stacks reset is that it gives like some consistency to measure the results.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
If the stacks are like varying kind of widely, then like you get a result, which I guess the question is like, who are people or computers better at varying chip stacks? But to get like a good sample to understand like kind of a specific stack depth, you really need to keep the stacks the same. If it's changing, then your sample is less meaningful.
Right. So it sort of like helps out the.
I'm good.
Oh, it's helps out.
And then I don't know if you support that or find out what's something though.
Yeah, so it's sort of it just makes things neater, more generally for the humans and the computers, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Also, like the shorter you get, the more edge the computers have for sure, because the game tree becomes smaller. So definitely an advantage of the humans for the stacks to be deep. That way, when Claudico tries to bluff all in, we win way more.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
How you feeling about this session? How you feeling about this session?
Obviously going a lot worse. I'm feeling pretty good now though. All right, I mean, it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous to overbet here, but I just don't know, man. I just don't know.
You guys have really been pushing the overbets. I mean, I guess it's like you guys are doing it because it's worked out for you, but.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's a weird spot. It's weird. It's kind of funny, like, most of the chips I've lost today, well, there was like one cooler. Oh, there's been a cooler both ways, so it's kind of whatever. But well, most of it has been me trying to bluff the computer. So if I just stuck to my original game plan of let's bet big with the nuts.
Was that your original game plan?
I mean, I didn't want to say that. But like,
it seems to have shifted over the course of the competition.
it just seems like I'm like determined to like try and run off some stacks at the computer. Like I can get him to fold this time, and then I'm like, wait, I don't think it works like that. But a lot of the bluffs today failed. I did get a check raise jam the river through, so I got one through. That was good, but I didn't really make up for that by enough value hands. See, when I play Claudico, it's kind of like who bluffs and then gets picked off. Like that just seems to be what happens. Like
Right, so
some sessions he runs a lot of bluffs and I pick him off. Some sessions I run a lot of bluffs and he picks me off. It's like
Yeah, that's the variance, and it's kind of we're doing the duplicate matches thing, but when you do bluffs like that and it goes either way, there's really not much you can do to control for that by having the other person on the other side. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like some bluffs are likely because they're good candidates for both players, but then some bluffs, like the way that a human would elect to select bluffs versus the way the Clodico does, like there's a lot of variance. Apparently the way that I elect bluffs will also probably have a lot of variance, so those are really the pots that end up making a massive difference in the win rate.
right? Yeah.
Because like it's just not going to go that way in the other hand. Like for example, the spot that Dong just had where he had jacks and he had ace king. Actually, what adds variance there is the duplicate, or is the equity chop, because if they get it all in pre, then the bot wins small upstairs and the bot crushes Dong. But if it didn't do equity chop and just ran out the cards, then it would just be an even chop. So that's kind of another example of like that thing we were talking about earlier at play, where the equity chop actually might increase variance of a duplicate match.
Right. Yeah. In a duplicate match, I can see some situations where that would be a problem.
Yeah, it's like
I think definitely against like a single person. I'm glad we added that in. And I think overall, it still might reduce the variance, but it'll even out either way.
yeah, it would probably be pretty complicated to try and figure that out, right?
It'd be interesting to see. I might give that a shot.
Yeah, I think so. You know what it does? It increases the likelihood that each individual player's win rate is closer to their true win rate, but it also increases the chance that those win rates diverge.
Right, yeah.
So it's like kind of hard to really say, like, oh, I kind of bluff. Little chat, little bluff.
Maybe I should head out. Seems to be working better when I'm not here.
I feel like this has just really been like the guy that hasn't bluffed has just won the session, because like Clodico doesn't like folding. I don't like folding. We got some serious stations over here.
All right, so I'm gonna tell Clodico that you're pulling back a little bit.
Yeah. I'm sure you're gonna tell me that on stream. You're like he's not gonna bluff you. Oh, I also don't know if I'm like capable of holding myself to that. It's just no fun to not bluff.
That's what poker's all about, right?
Yeah,
Make it exciting.
Run the occasional bluff ski, try and get it through,
Right.
make fun of them afterwards,
Uh-huh.
All right, so we have a flush draw here on the pot. We're gonna bet and try and get there. All right, brick to the turn. This could be a big pot. Oh, I got there again. Oh, poor cheat. Oh yeah. What do you think? Should I bluff here?
I think you should just fold.
Should I bluff?
Let it go.
All right, I'm gonna try and get my bluff through. Stack him. Stack him. Hey! Oh my God! Nice. He drew too big.
She doesn't end up on the river here, right?
This.
Yeah, that might go down differently upstairs.
Oh man, I think this is gonna go down the same upstairs.
Is there any way that gets in on the turn?
There always is a way, because Clodico might put a hand in a different range. So there's always that. But
We have equity.
this is gonna be tough for cheat.
Stories every day.
That's always my consolation prize whenever Doug pulls through. It's always like, well, cheat upstairs is gonna have a problem.
Yeah. So basically every day. Yeah, yesterday it was impressive that he managed to only lose like mid-20s in that session.
Yeah.
There's a very large gap.
He's pulled off some good folds. I've been impressed.
Yeah, he's well trained. Actually, like, I've been really impressed with Jason and Dong. I don't really talk to Bjorn quite as much. I don't know what he's been up to, but
He's had a good run so far.
yeah, he's also probably just chilling. But they've like really put a lot of time. Like I've put a little more emphasis in being well rested. But they've like been up real late studying and like figuring stuff out. And then I wake up and they've kind of like got game plans and they're really taking this like very seriously. So like I'm almost positive that this is going to turn around for them.
We'll see. Well, there's all of humanity on the line and $100,000.
Yeah.
I think that's worth saying.
If it turns around for them, then it's likely that it turns around for me as well. So maybe I'm not rooting for that, but they're definitely taking this very seriously, and they want to be in the green. And no one likes losing, you know. Like, it's not a nice feeling to feel like you're like anchoring down the human team.
Yeah, I don't think there's any anchor on this team.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. And like, I was saying this earlier as well. It works out kind of for me because when I came into this, there was a lot of like people saying, "Oh, they've got the #1 player in the world here. He's playing." And so like, I don't really feel like nervous about performing well because like I'm just gonna play my best and like if it works out, it works out. But I do feel like there is a little bit of a higher bar for me versus the field because like if like let's just say that like Jason and I, like our situations were reversed. I don't think anyone would make fun of me like some people have been making fun of Jason, but I think it might be like, oh, maybe he's not as good as like it seems. So
Right, yeah.
so like I'm happy that I have managed to get to be on the good side of like the luck so far, but I do want to make clear like I'm not just like stomping the bot and Jason's just like can't figure it out. Like I am like probably beating the bot, but also running well, and then Jason is running horribly. So I don't know. I don't know how Jason's playing exactly. We've gone through a few things, but like I'm not sure what his overall strategies are. So it's possible that maybe I'm playing some spots a little bit better than he is, but it's not like I'm playing plus $300,000 worth of good poker and he's playing minus $177,000 of bad poker. It's not so cut and dry like that. And like that's kind of a hard thing people understand because they're like, oh, if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. It's pretty simple. But really, like it's all about that gap. Like me and Jason are a team, and like our job is to make the gap between Claudico's combined results as big as possible. So for every time Cheat wins $2 and I only lose $1, that's a win, and vice versa. So you really like this is sort of turning into like a team sport here for the humans.
Yeah, I was thinking that would be interesting. Like if we, it would have been nice to like put you guys on a team and have you like share the prize depending on how well you do together.
That actually I think makes more sense. Because then also you can like pick teams that make sense. Like having me and Jason or me and Dog on a team makes sense. But then like because we can work together because we're friends and stuff. But like it wouldn't make sense to have me and Bjorn because I play Bjorn all the time. I'm not going to want to stay up all night teaching Bjorn what I think is good,
right.
To like win a challenge, and then like I go to Mexico in a few weeks or Canada a few weeks later or whatever, and then like Bjorn's online and ready to play, and like now he knows everything that I know. So that would actually make a lot more sense because it would influence players to really want to help each other beat the bot, to like get like the highest level of competition, but minimize the level of like exposing yourself as a player.
Yeah. So for the guys at home, basically, if you want to see like how when you're comparing how Doug is doing to the bot, you want to like add up the number for how much Doug is up and how much Jason is down. So like that difference is right now, before this session about 120K. So combined, they're up 120K against the bot. That's probably the best way to view it.
Yeah, and actually like people have been saying in like the forums stuff that like Bjorn and Dong are like the cream, because like there's been so many sessions where like they're both up 50K and it's like what is going on?
How does that happen?
Like what is going on here? Like when Jason and I have a good session, I win 100 and he only loses 20 or 30. So like they've actually pretty consistently, I think up until last night, I believe that both of them have been up money for most of, if not the entire challenge. I think Dong slipped in the negatives yesterday, right?
Yeah, Dong's had some trouble yesterday.
But like up until that point, they were actually just both up for a while. Like they were roughly even in how much they were up. And then like at the same time, like I was up a lot, but Jason was down just as much. So like it doesn't actually make my results as impressive. Like it's much more impressive for both Dong and Bjorn because they did so much different. Which is part of the reason why I was happy about how yesterday went. I think like because we had such good results versus totaling both of our scores. We were really happy afterwards that like Jason and I are helping out the team because it's weird to say a 20K loss for Jason helps the team, but it does because I won 110. I can't make that gap without him getting away from sets and stuff, So we were like really happy how he played. Jason thought he played great. I assume you played great, and I thought I played great. Like, we were happy with the white people team.
It was gonna be weird either way, you know, like having
Yeah.
two Asian guys down here, having
Yeah.
two Asian guys on the same team.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny. But yeah, we're happy with our play, and we're hoping to increase that gap. But really, like, that's the measure of who's doing well. You can't just be like one-sided. There's like, for every Ace King versus Aces, there's one guy that gets each, you know. So we're just trying to play our best game and like every day get better. And I think it definitely helps the players that are losing get better, because I think they feel like more of a need to be like, I don't want to embarrass the human team, you know, like people, some of the people were so mean to Jason online. I mean, lately, like, he's gotten some sympathy because, like, he's had some legitimately bad runs, but initially, like, some of the posts on 2+2 were just so funny to me. Like, someone said, like, we need to get, like, the average player in there so we can see how the bot does versus the average player. And someone says, no, they already have Jason on the team. It's just like, oh, so mean. Or like, everyone in this challenge could beat like $400 buy-in games. Oh, except for Jason, of course.
I've actually been impressed about how cooperative you guys have been against the agent. You know, like, it's sort of the way it's structured. You know, we sort of, you know, intentionally and unintentionally incentivize you guys to work individually to try to beat the bot. Not so much like working together with the other players, because how much you get paid at the end depends on how well you're doing compared to the other players. But, you know, from what I've seen, you guys like get together after each session, you know, discuss your strategy against the bot, you know, how to take advantage of it, and what we should do in the next session.
Yeah, well, like, when we look at the reasons that we're here, you know, we're getting paid a decent amount, and obviously that makes it able to happen. But, you know, we're high stakes players. Like, we win and lose a lot of money. So, like, if we hadn't spent this time here, you know, to be frank, we would be making more money against far weaker competition playing, you know, in another country where we can play online. So we definitely took a pay cut just to come do this. So we didn't really like, oh, we're gonna come here and just like win some prize money. Like, it was like, we really came here like, we want to win. Like, we want to like show
Represent humanity.
that the bots can't beat humans yet. Yeah. So I guess maybe because of that, it's sort of turned into more of a team-based thing, more so than it would be. I mean, I think you almost can't make this not a team thing.
Right, and I think it's actually fine. You know, like, I think it's actually more exciting that way, that Clodico is going up against a team of humans, and if we pull through, I think it'll make it that much more powerful.
Yeah, if you guys, yeah, I agree. If
we pull through.
if the bots beat the top humans, yes, that does make it a pretty powerful statement. That's actually kind of what's scary, and I think that's part of why so many people are rooting for us. I mean, there are obviously fans for Clodico too, but they're just saying like, yeah, go get the bot, man, you got this. Like, what up, humans? Like, yeah, like just getting really in there and like rooting us on, and like people are giving us tips, and I'm like, you know, like most of the tips probably already thought of once in a while. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of an interesting idea, but like the community support for us as a group has been great, and like we're very appreciative to be here and to get that opportunity. And we also really just appreciate like the support that we're getting from the community, because like we do want to win, and like we wouldn't be doing this if we weren't here to try and pull through for everyone, you know?
Right, yeah. Yeah, sadly there's not as many fans for the Robot Apocalypse, but I think once it becomes more inevitable, I think people will start shifting to our side.
They'll
jump on
cave.
the bandwagon.
Yeah, they'll cave, yeah. Well, yeah, the Robot Apocalypse, not too attractive for the humans. Also, like, when you consider the state of like online poker, just very bleak if computers can already beat humans.
You know, I was talking to the guys upstairs about this a little bit, about, you know, are there bots online and how well they're doing, and you know, basically what I told them, I don't really know too much about bots online. We played against people that run bots online in the ACPC competition. The impression that I get is that there are bots online and they do make money, but they're not nearly as profitable as people might think. If you think about, you know, how good these websites are at shutting down bots and how you have to have somebody there clicking for them, it's not really, if anybody's thinking about putting a bot online after seeing this competition, there's better ways to make money.
Well, it really depends, I think, on like the sites. Like, you know, like I've had some very bad experiences as a poker player playing on some of the smaller like networks. I'm not sure how much you know about online poker.
No,
But okay, so basically, like there's different networks, and networks consist of skins. And so when you play on a poker site, you're usually playing on a skin of that network. So you're logging on to whatever site, but someone else is logging on to a different site. Those are skins, but you're all playing on the same network. The major sites are one and the same. The skin is the network, but on the smaller networks, usually they consist of skins to like get more players
Yeah, it
playing.
makes sense. You want to like get a bigger pool for people to play.
What I've found is, generally speaking, the smaller and more off-brand the skin or network, the more you should be scared. Because I've had like some very bad things happen to me on those networks to where, you know, like I really have to say, not to like, you know, make a plug here for the major poker sites, but you want to stick to places that are going to respect where your money is at. You know, the places like PokerStars, Full Tilt, Party, some of the iPoker sites. Like, you want to stick to places where like you know you're going to get paid, you know your money is safe, and you know it's not going to go down like Ultimate Bet did after the whole freeze with the DOJ, and that you're going to get your money. So, I would agree with you that like I don't think that like PokerStars, for example, you're going to be able to pull off getting a bot on there to play every day to make your fortune. But you know, maybe on like the South Wisconsin like poker site where like there's like 12 people, like you never know, right? So basically, like I think that there's a lot of protection in players to try and stick to places where they do care about the security of the site. Like I don't think that PokerStars or Full Tilt or Party or whatever is going to just like let people bot. There was actually a pretty famous bot ring on iPoker. To my knowledge, all of them have been banned. Kind of to go back to what you were saying about the bots' win rates versus the player pool, like it was kind of surprising how much those bots actually did win. Like I'm not sure what like their approach was, especially because it was six-handed poker, which is especially weird to me.
If it was six-handed poker, my guess is that it was a heuristic bot, which sort of like a professional poker player just gave a bunch of rules to the bot and said, here's what you do in each situation, just manually set it. I can't imagine, from what we've seen in like, you know, the research circles in the annual computer poker competition, these sorts of, you know, bots that determine their own strategies haven't worked out too well at like large player games.
Yeah, there's no way it's like solving stuff, because that would just be like, I mean, obviously you would know.
Right. It's an interesting area of research, but not many people have looked into that so far.
Yeah, I could see it being like that. It's just weird to me that with the strategy being just tell the bot, you know, like do this, they could win at those rates, because they had a list of I think 5 or 6 screen names, and they all played like identical stats, and like oh, it's a flush. Ooh, I thought it was an offsuit 4-bit to see that. I guess I'm gonna check it over to him. Oh god, now things are getting real dicey. All right, let's see how much he chooses to bet. Please do not go all in. Okay, I'm happy to pay that off. Oh wow, it was only 2/3 pot, and he had a full house. Interesting. Usually he likes the all in there. But yeah, so like that iPoker side, like, or the iPoker ring, like they had a bunch of guys all playing the exact same stats, all had the exact same table patterns, all had the exact same everything. And someone's like, this is weird. These guys are all like winning a lot, but they all play exactly the same. And like,
Were they also playing together, or were they?
I don't know if they were playing together or not, so I don't want to misquote the information, but basically, like, this was clearly the same bot, just being applied to different skins. And so, like, you know, that stuff's out there. I think they got caught, and like, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but like, that's like sort of the danger of playing on the smaller networks. And I think the reason that people are scared is like, if stuff like that starts to happen on like, you know, larger networks, where people get better at hiding the bot, it's just scary. You know, like, you don't want to play a bot, you want to play a person. Like,
Right, that makes sense. And I do think, you know, from what I've heard and from what I've seen, it seems like the big networks, or at least the big networks, maybe the small networks too, do put a lot of focus on combating bots.
Oh, for sure.
And it's pretty easy to do, actually. Like, all you have to do, if you want to have a bot play on the computer without any human intervention or any human help, it has to like read the screen first of all, and that by itself is a big computer science problem. And all you got to do to trip up the bot is just change the way the screen looks by a tiny bit. You know, it's sort of like the CAPTCHA stuff. You know, the bots have a lot of trouble coping with that. So really, if you want to run a bot, you got to have a human there with it. You can't multi-table.
here you go, guys. If you want a bot, here you go. I'm just kidding.
Like I said, yeah. If you're thinking about running a bot, play the stock market instead. You're gonna make a lot more money.
Well, maybe. It'll have some variance there too, I think. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so a few years ago I did a challenge on 2+2. It was to win $10,000 a month at NL25. So the buy-in is $25, and I was attempting to win $10,000. I failed, but I still made like a chunk. Like I quit about 2/3 of the way in, and I was up about $3,500. So I was definitely behind pace, and I wasn't going to be able to achieve it. But you know, I at least had like a reasonable showing, and I was like an underdog, and I got a bunch of odds on it and stuff. So overall, it went like, you know, not as well as I would have liked, but it went okay, right? And so that consisted of playing like 16 hours a day on just like the computer. Like, you know, you wake up, you play all day, you go to sleep, you can't sleep, you wake up, you just play again, like whatever. And PokerStars like must have really thought I was a bot, because like there's like this input you have to put in, like, so when they suspect you're a bot, they have this little screen show up in the bottom left. And anyone that's like a grinder knows what I'm talking about. And it'll be like input like the security image. So it's like a bunch of letters in that like font that like computers can't read.
Right, a CAPTCHA, which was actually coincidentally developed at Carnegie Mellon.
Oh, really? Nice. Oh, wow. You guys
We're on top of things.
You guys are in there. That's actually a pretty cool fact. But anyway, so I just had to like put that in like every day. And then sometimes it'd be like twice a day, and I'd be like, all right, they're really worried about this. I guess.
Not many humans playing 16 hours a day of poker, I guess.
Yeah, wait, 16 hours a day every day? That's not a human thing? So, yeah, there's like good prevention, and well, I'm sure we'll see like the additional measures taken as that becomes more of a problem. So like, I think like if people can sort of be all right with the fact that bots are not going to be part of their games, and this isn't going to ruin like their ability to make money online, all that kind of stuff, that then I think people would be more okay with it. But you know, people are going to be scared, and frankly, they're rightfully so to be scared. Like, you know, when you're solving a game that people are playing for money, then that's scary. You know, like that's a scary thing. So I think we're going to see a very interesting shift in the way that these types of situations are handled, and probably in the like how severe that the sites want to like dedicate their resources to like stop botting.
Yeah, I think it is important, but I also think, you know, I've heard a lot of concerns about how if we win this competition, it's going to spell the end of online poker, and you know, I'm not really convinced that's the case. We saw, you know, Deep Blue beat Kasparov in '97, and that didn't kill chess. You know, that's people enjoy that game.
But I there's some like important differences there though. Like chess isn't played for money.
Yeah, they're not really. People don't really play chess online. Some people do. It's sort of like, well, probably a bad idea at this point. But
yeah, I don't think. Yeah, hopefully people aren't playing chess for money online. If you're losing a lot playing chess for money online, I hate to break it to you.
And there's also, you know, there is a big human element to poker that, you know, even if you have a bot online, it's not necessarily going to make as much money as a human can against a player. You know, it's a lot of it is adapting to your opponents.
Absolutely.
And even if this computer is able to be the top pros in the world, that doesn't necessarily say how it will do against an average player. You know, it will probably beat an average player, but the humans here might be able to take that average player, you know, take a lot more money from them than the computer.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I think an average player would be a lot better off playing Cloudicode than me. even if Cloudicode comes back and wins this, just because like the exploitations that good players can use versus weaker players, they just have a lot more tools. You know, like I don't have to be as concerned about balancing my ranges, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't think it'll be that bad. Plus, like I have a feeling the online poker industry has something to say about keeping their business. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. I guess like it is the biggest concern for players like me that are at the highest stakes, because it doesn't take many sessions of someone sitting you at the highest stakes with a computer program that can beat you to just lose a ton of money. So that's actually one of the positives for me wanting to come do this was that I would get to see where it's at and like kind of like see the lay of the land. But yeah, that's more of like the fear, I guess, for higher stakes players. And within the high stakes community, there is a lot of paranoia about like where people's bots are at or programs are at or what they're doing. And like, you know, I've never really been that afraid of it. I've never really thought that I really think that people just tend to be a little bit too cautious. But you know, like you can see where they're coming from. Like you worked hard to like have your career in this, and then you know you don't want to lose like a third or a fourth of like what you've made in your life playing somebody that's actually a program that you can't beat. You know, that's like a very serious situation. So I think if anything, like the people that should be worried aren't the guys that are at like 2, 4, and 3, 6. It should probably be the players that are at high stakes.
And you know, if nothing else, the state of the art for computers in like 6-player, 6-max is not really that advanced. Like I said, you might see these heuristic bots that are made by pros that apparently can do pretty well against the average player. But as far as the research into these sorts of like, you know, self-learning algorithms being applied to 6-max, we actually haven't seen that yet, and it probably will become an area that people focus on more. You know, once 2-player no limit becomes, you know, a more solved, you know, not quite solved, but more solved problem.
Yeah, it would be hard to ever really truly solve no limit, right?
Yeah, it would be a huge challenge. And you know, it's really interesting because the algorithms that we use for like, you know, 2-player limit and 2-player no limit really don't scale to something like 6-max. So I think it would take, you know, you basically have to start over, coming up with totally different algorithms to handle that. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to your work.
All right, sounds good.
That's a good note to leave on for me.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, thank you.
No, I'm sure people would love to hear my voice.
I don't know.
I can pretend like I know what I'm talking about.
Down so far. How you doing, dog? What's your total right now? Giving us a run. It's keeping it close. Oh, I'm good right now. Yeah, thank you. Deej, how are the humans on the delay doing? I hope Cheat's winning some this session, or else like this could. Yeah, I know how you guys feel now about like not getting like anything through. You're just like ramming your head into a wall repeatedly. You know, like, Dong, I know it like takes a long time to play all the hands, but like, it does seem to go by, like the time seems to go by kind of fast, right? Oh no. Whoa. Whoa. All right, bad day for the humans so far. So we're down 100. Wow, we're down like 110K. Damn. Yeah, don't use them. Don't use the hotkeys. The default ones are okay to use, but not the custom ones like mess up. What hand are you on? What? 594. All right, I'm gonna.
You don't have to like stop. You can just sit down.
I'm actually. Yeah, I'm gonna use the restroom. Can you call in someone to take me to get an escort to the restroom?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
No problem. All right, guys, we're going to be taking a short break. I'm getting too many hands ahead, so I will be back shortly. BRB. And we are back. I am on hand 600 and ready to continue my grind. Wait. Wait, what the hell happened here? Did I accidentally 4-bet this? Well, that's not very good. All right, well, it worked out. We'll take it. The aces. All right, tough day for the humans. Let's get it going, guys. Let's get it going. All right, well, I say that and I hit it straight. Nice. It's a good start. I gotta say. All right, let's get this going. Oh shit. All right. Another overbet?
Yeah, I led 5-7 up on 5-3-3. It raised me super small, like 227. I called. Turn was 8. I checked, called a half pot bet. River was offsuit 9. Flush draw brick. So it's 5-3-3-8-9. I checked with 3x pot. I called it in.
Dong, you're the human hope today. The human hope. Oh man, this is not a good spot. Oh yeah, I might have gotten jammed on. It was called actually. Probably just called. Bot looking real strong today, Gnome. Yeah, looking real strong. All right, Dong. So look at this hand. Come here. I was planning on check or jamming the river, but what do you think about? I'm gonna try my mic again. All right, we're gonna give the check call here. Check. Damn it. Damn it, I should have gone for the jam. Oh. Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, what's your hand, by the way? Your hand.
So we're gonna get you something to drink?
I'm still good.
Any garbage?
Yeah, just this and this napkin.
This and what else?
And the napkin and straw. There you go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's rallying today.
Fight back.
It definitely is fighting back, that's for sure.
Going to dip pretty hard today.
Yeah, I heard that.
Some days the poker like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Today, no matter what you do, wrong.
Some days, no matter what you do, you feel like it's right. You always have a bit of both. Those are the good days. How much are you up, Dong? I'm only down 30. So we're actually up 30 down here. So we're helping out a little bit. What's up? It must have gotten all in pre. It would have gotten all in pre. Most people would knit it up there. Oh, actually, I just went. I'm good to go. Good to go. Thank you, though. Oh yeah, Jim. By the way, we really. We did. It was great. That was really good. Oh yeah, it was amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we just want to make sure you guys know we appreciate all the stuff you guys done for us around here.
Very nice. Appreciate you treating the Costco service good.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I'll just turn my mic off for a second. Yeah, it's. What's Dong at? Dong, what hand are you at? All right. 670.
Don't do a dinner at 800.
What's up?
You're doing dinner at 800.
At 800, correct. Awesome. All right, great. Thank you very much. Check. 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 Ah. 1/3. I should have followed. right, guys, I'm taking another quick break. I'll be back in a sec.
The 5 lucky winners